Now, you leave everything, what you think your kid's gonna do? You think your kid's gonna be as frugal and as thrifty and as miserly as you? Now, you made all that money now. You.
Am I satisfied?
Okay.
I'm satisfied with my career. And I remember, you guys every night. And I was one of those type of athletes.
So why do you think some of the things that have happened in your career are—
Floyd Mayweather has mysteriously vanished from the public eye just days after Shannon Sharpe dropped a jaw-dropping revelation that sent shockwaves through the sports world, known for his flamboyant lifestyle and social media presence, Mayweather's. Sudden silence is raising eyebrows and fueling speculation. Sharpe's explosive claims, which aired during a fiery segment on his show, have fans and insiders alike wondering if the boxing icon is deliberately avoiding the spotlight or If you likes this video, please subscribe, punch Vista, and click the bell icon for more latest and interesting videos.
What makes Floyd so unique? Because he fought, he fought Pacquiao, he fought you, he fought Gotti, he fought Corrales, he fought Ricky Hatton, he fought so many, and all these guys, a lot of these guys had titles at the time or were former world champions like yourself. What makes him so unique?
His pedigree. Look, I'm good friends with his father, the best trainer I've ever had.
Wow.
By far. He is, well, except for the professor who trained me for the Chavez fight when I beat Chavez in 1996. But Floyd Sr. is the best trainer I've ever had. He's a teacher. And that's what Floyd Jr. grew up with. He grew up with a teacher who disciplined him to be the very, very best. And I love his patience. I love the fact that he's a hard hitter and he has a chin.
Much deeper is unfolding behind the scenes. In 2017, NFL Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe publicly criticized boxing legend Floyd Mayweather Jr. for his extravagant lifestyle and financial management, sparking a broader discussion about Mayweather's claims. Of billionaire status, Sharpe's remarks came after reports surfaced that Mayweather had requested a reprieve from the IRS to settle his 2015 tax debt, despite flaunting his wealth on social media.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
And cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Sharpe expressed disappointment, stating, "Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter flaunting your opulence. You got bales and bales of money. You big baller, and you won't cut these people money."
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
And cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
In response, Mayweather defended himself by posting on Instagram, asserting that he had paid $26 million to the IRS in 2015 and questioning the media's portrayal of his financial situation. He wrote, "While everyone is counting my money and assuming the worst, these are the facts. Uncle Sam received $26 million from me in 2015. What else could they possibly want?" Shannon Sharpe has consistently offered insights into Floyd Mayweather Jr., his boxing career, often critiquing his approach to the sport. Following Mayweather's 10th round TKO victory over Conor McGregor in their 2017 crossover bout, Sharpe acknowledged Mayweather's tactical prowess, but also highlighted concerns about the fight's competitive integrity. He viewed the match as a calculated endeavor by Mayweather designed more for financial gain than for sporting challenge.
He hit Floyd with that uppercut, flush, and Floyd kept coming. I think Conor knew he was in trouble.
Floyd has a chin. I've told you before, he's got a chin.
And McGregor doesn't punch as hard as you thought he did.
Nope, he does. That's
Skip,
where you're wrong.
And I told you about the gloves. It's a difference. Dana said, well, you could feel his knuckles. I said, when you get those hands wrapped, he's not going to feel any knuckles. Skip, this might have been one of Mayweather's best performances.
It was. Agreed.
for the simple fact is, he had a 175-pound heavy bag in front of him with no head movement. Really, yeah, he was unorthodox with the stances, but I knew in a million years he was never going to beat Floyd Mayweather, Skip, because he's not a boxing tactician. He had too wide of a base. In the MMA, Skip, you need a wide base to guard against leg strikes and takedowns. So he had a wide base. He had too much, he was too square on, so all this Floyd could hit.
Sharpe's commentary reflects his broader critique of modern boxing, where he perceives a trend of fighters prioritizing undefeated records over facing top-tier opponents. He has expressed that Mayweather's influence has led to a culture where boxers avoid high-risk matches, potentially diminishing the sport's appeal to fans seeking genuine competition. Sharpe's perspective underscores a desire for a return to an era where the best fighters regularly faced each other, enhancing both their legacies and the sport's excitement.
Shoulders, stomach, chest. As a boxer, you got to be like this. You want to make the target as narrow as possible. And for Floyd to do what he did, he was just like, okay, give me your best shot. Put that rope-a-dope on him like the Rumble in the Jungle, Skip. You remember Zaire? Give me all you got. Conor was just throwing all those shots. And then come round 4 and 5, Joe, I thought I was at the club. All them jello shots Conor was passing out because they had nothing on them. Jello shot, hey, Conor, let me get one of them tangerine jello shots because there ain't nothing to it. And Floyd walked through it, hit it, power shot after power shot. Skip, he wasn't doing nothing pretty, nothing, no peekaboo, no shoulder roll, straight right hands to his dome like I told you he would. Now remember, I'm gonna run shoot this man. He too small, you effed. You should have left me where I was, brother. You should have left me there.
In a spirited debate on Shannon Sharpe's club, Shay podcast, Stephen A. Smith drew a provocative parallel between Michael Jordan and Floyd Mayweather Jr., suggesting both athletes share a unique ability to dominate opponents so thoroughly that they diminish their adversaries' perceived skill levels. Smith argued that while LeBron James is universally respected, Jordan and Mayweather instilled fear in their competitors, a quality he believes sets them apart. He stated, "LeBron will beat you, I know, but MJ would make you look like less than what you are."
Everybody that Mayweather fought, he made him look like it was 5 years too late.
Right.
And that's the greatness of him.
Yes.
You look at the champions that this man beat and made them look mundane in beating them.
Right. You talk about Mayweather, right?
Mayweather.
I would say the same about Jordan, but that's a different.
Oh, there you go. No.
I mean, I'm glad that you heard that. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. You know, because Jordan will make you look like you're less than what you are.
Like before Scotty?
LeBron would beat you.
I know he ain't.
But MJ would make you look like less than what.
Floyd Mayweather appeared on Club Shaw discussing his fight with Conor McGregor, admitting he strategically allowed McGregor to land punches early. In the match, according to Mayweather, this was a deliberate tactic to tire McGregor out, as he knew the MMA fighter wasn't used to boxing's later rounds by absorbing early blows and conserving energy. Mayweather was able to let McGregor expend his stamina, making him vulnerable as the fight progressed. Once McGregor began to fatigue, Mayweather switched to offense, dominating the later rounds and securing a TKO victory in the 10th. The plan showcased Mayweather's boxing IQ and experience in the ring.
So talk us through the fight with Conor McGregor. Obviously, he's a UFC guy, MMA, and it seems like to me your game plan was like you would just walk. I'd never seen you just like you was like taking punches. You like walking through his punches. Did you not feel he could knock you out?
Oh, absolutely not. Like I said before, you know, when you've been in there with the best,
right? When
I say the best, meaning, I mean, I could throw so many different names out there because
we'll get to those names in a minute. We're going to talk about that because Floyd, I don't think you get the credit you deserve for the fighter that you are. You beat 16 world champs. You're 50-0. But people always make excuses. When he fought De La Hoya was old.
I don't know. I think I beat, if I'm not mistaken, I beat 23.
You beat.
Oscar De La Hoya has been candid about Floyd Mayweather Jr., his evident dominance over Canelo Alvarez in their 2013 bout. In a fight he promoted, De La Hoya revealed that he had advised the then 21-year-old Alvarez against taking the fight, believing he lacked the necessary experience. Here marked, "I told Canelo, do not fight Floyd because you're too young and you have no experience." He was 21 years old, flexing his muscles, and guess what?
Told Canelo, do not fight Floyd because you're too young. You have no experience. Well,
But he's a much bigger man. That's what
no, he is, but he's 21 years old, flexing his muscles like, I can take on Floyd. I'm the very best. Guess what? You got schooled. You got schooled.
pitched the shutout.
Exactly. I mean, it wasn't even close.
You promoted Floyd.
I did promote Floyd, yeah. And then, he was, the time when he was making the, I think it was a Showtime contract, $30-40 million. Yeah, we promoted all those fights.
Right.
Great experience for us. It was, it put us on the map, obviously. And, we're now one.
It wasn't even close. Mayweather Jr. is widely regarded as one of the most skilled boxers in history, boasting an undefeated record and multiple world titles across 5 weight classes, however. Despite his unparalleled achievements in throwing, he remains one of the most polarizing figures, and sports critics often point to his brash personality, extravagant displays of wealth, and controversial statements as reasons for his unpopularity.
Floyd Mayweather was trying to give y'all the fights, and everybody starts saying that this guy was too old, this guy was too that. Floyd Mayweather starts saying, F all of y'all. F the belts, F you, F everything. I'm taking y'all to the bank. I'm robbing y'all. Belts does nothing but collect dust, money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated. I train all day long, and I'm doing this to try to be one of the greats. Forget that. I'm going to do it for me. He became one of the most selfish fighters you'll ever hear. That's why I never blamed Floyd. When y'all hear me say the Floyd Mayweather effect, a lot of Floyd Mayweather fans, you hate on Mayweather already. No, I'm talking about the effect. Floyd Mayweather is an all-time great fighter, but people grab the wrong things because most people aren't about hard work and dedication anyway. That's why to be great is rare. Most people try to find that shortcut, and they only saw Floyd's shortcut. They never saw a scenic route.
His frequent flaunting of money and luxury has been perceived by some as insensitive, especially during times of economic hardship. Moreover, his history of domestic violence convictions has further tarnished his public image, leading to widespread criticism and calls for accountability. In an interview, Mike Tyson reflects on the challenges Floyd Mayweather faces, drawing parallels to his own struggles. Tyson notes that Mayweather, despite his immense success, is likely experiencing the realization that few people are truly his friends and that jealousy may play a role in this. He points out that while many other athletes have wealth, Mayweather stands out as the champ of the world, which places him in a unique and difficult position within the celebrity world. Tyson believes Mayweather must come to terms with the nature of friendship, recognizing that real friends may not be as glamorous as those he might desire. In the interview, Floyd Mayweather reflects on how he's often misunderstood by the public and media.
What lessons do you think Pacquiao and Mayweather could learn from you in terms of life away from the ring?
Well, Floyd seems to be going through some stuff like me right now, like realizing no one's his friend and everybody's probably, even though I even hate to say it, because maybe everybody's kind of a little jealous of him, because he is Floyd Mayweather. I know these other guys got their money, but this guy is the champ of the world. It's hard to compete with that. So he's pretty big on those scales as far as on the celebrity scale. So he's gonna realize what life is all about, and what friends are all about, and realize that we only have a few of them, and sometimes they're the only ones we got. They may not be the ones we want, but they're the ones we have. Sometimes we want to have glorious, glamorous friends, but they don't want to be our friends.
He emphasizes that many people judge him based on assumptions or hearsay without truly knowing his story. Mayweather then opens up about his relationship with his father, Floyd Mayweather, acknowledging that while their bond was complicated at times, his father's tough love and strict training shaped him into the disciplined, undefeated champion he became. He also discusses his rare amateur losses, each by a single point, and how those setbacks pushed him to work harder, fueling his drive to dominate in the professional boxing world.
People are entitled to judge me for what they hearsay.
Okay.
Making assumptions. Just because I never came out and said, "Oh, let me explain," I don't have to explain that to nobody. Only people that I feel like I have to explain something to is my children and my relation, and because at the end of the day, only God can judge me.
Let's go back to where it all started. You grew up in Grand Rapids,
Yes.
Michigan. Your father was a fighter. Your uncle was a fighter.
Both uncles.
Both uncles were fighter. So it was almost like you was like destined. It was predetermined. You were ordained to be a fighter.
Yes. That's all I knew.
Mayweather's boxing prowess led to record-breaking pay-per-view (PPV) sales. Notably, his 2015 fight against Manny Pacquiao generated 6 million PPV buys, yielding over $400 million in revenue. Beyond Thering, Mayweather has expanded his wealth through strategic investments in 2024. He acquired over 60 buildings in Upper Manhattan for $42 million, adding more than 1,000 affordable housing units to his portfolio. Additionally, he has invested in real estate projects and a proposed casino in Times Square.
Floyd Mayweather was the highest paid athlete in the world, and you won't believe why. Early in his career, Floyd partnered with a fight promoter where he was making $3 million a fight, but he wasn't satisfied. He thought he could make way more with pay-per-view and wanted out of his contract. So he bet on himself and paid his manager $750,000 to get out. And you won't believe what happened next, so drop a follow. This would prove to be a huge win for Floyd, and after going independent, he made nearly $1 billion and became the highest paid athlete in the world.
Mayweather's financial success is a testament to his strategic approach to both his boxing career and business endeavors. His ability to leverage his brand and make savvy investments has solidified his status as one of the wealthiest athletes in history.
Call him Floyd Money Mayweather for a reason. The boxing superstar has earned over $1 billion in his career, enough to buy a small country, and he spent it on private jets, diamond watches, and mansions bigger than some shopping malls. But then, rumors came out that he had spent it all. So how did Mayweather bounce back from broke allegations with a business empire that looks stronger than ever?
How do you feel about his approach to wealth? Does his lifestyle inspire you, or do you think it's excessive?